Before getting into any of this game at all, I just want to say I want to give a huge shout out to the stadium workers right now who are grinding in this mess of a storm. It's like 40 degrees, it's raining, it's cold. They got the ponchos on, but that can only help you so much. So before getting into anything related to this game, just a big shout out to the men and women who are grinding it out right now, trying to make sure this stadium gets cleaned in some capacity, especially just with the frigid conditions that they're dealing with over here. When I first had the idea for doing the first post game video of this series, I wanted to do something kind of fun. I wanted to talk about my favorite New York based rap albums, have a little list. I wrote it down, and maybe we'll get into that tomorrow if this game is a little more normal, but we will not be talking about that today because as you may know, this was not a normal game in the slightest. Robbie Ray called it one of the worst conditions he's ever had to pitch in, maybe the top three of the worst conditions he's ever had to pitch in. Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, said it was probably the worst. I can't remember his exact quote. Jung Hoo Lee said that if we were in the KBO, this game wouldn't have gotten played at all. And as you can tell, it's raining, it's cold, it's wet. It's just not entirely pleasant. But amidst all of this, amidst this storm that's going on right now, the Giants won a ball game. They walloped the New York Yankees 9-1. Jung Hoo Lee hit his first homer of the season. Robbie Ray somehow grinded through 4 innings and allowed just 1 run, despite nearly throwing 100 pitches. They only used 2 pitchers amidst it all. Spencer Bivens came in and pitched 1 inning of relief. Manager Bob Melvin made a key lineup tweak that instantly yielded results. But again, I keep hammering home this point, but despite how this game went, if you just looked at the box score, if you just looked at the play-by-play, it doesn't do it justice, no pun intended. We're sitting in the press box, and it's an open-air press box. It's cold. We're trying to keep our hands warm. I know we're pampered sports writers, yada, 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 but this was just not a fun environment to play in. And the one area of the game where you can really tell that was just pitches thrown versus strikes thrown. I think there was nearly 300 pitches thrown tonight. I want to say the specific number was 289, and I think only 60% of them went for strikes. That should be telling in and of itself just how difficult it was to play a baseball game in this environment. In the second inning, in particular, Robbie Ray, he needed 33 pitches. I'm forgetting the name of the Yankees' last reliever, but it was especially rough for him. He almost hit Willie Adames with a sweeper. He walked Jung Hoo Lee on a pitch that almost hit Lee. It was just a true slog of a baseball game. The way this game started is the Giants scored 5 instant runs against Marcus Stroman in the top of the first inning. Melvin tweaked the lineup, basically switching Yastrzemski, putting him in the leadoff spot and sliding way down to the number 6 spot. And that change instantly yielded results. Yastrzemski doubled, Adames drew a walk, Jung Hoo Lee hits the 3-run homer, his first of the year. Matt Chapman and Elliot Ramos draw back-to-back walks. Lamont Wade Jr. hits a double into the right field corner, driving in both of them. And the Giants have a very fast 5-0 lead. Now, we knew heading into this game that the rain was probably going to pick up around 9 o'clock. For a reason that remains a bit of a mystery to me, the game time was pushed from 7, the original start time, to 7:30. So there was going to be a very small window in which the Giants and the Yankees could have possibly played the minimum 5 innings to get in this baseball game. And just as far as pace of play goes, it seemed that if we're going strictly by like that 9 o'clock deadline, again, it wasn't a strict deadline, but that's when the rain was really going to start coming down. It didn't seem like the Giants and the Yankees were going to get through 5 innings just because of how many pitches every pitcher seemingly needed to just get through 1 inning. I think there was a couple mid-inning managerial changes as well. There was a couple times, I think it was between innings, where the Yankees grounds crew, who's honestly the top performer of this game, being the Yankees grounds crew, who tried as hard as they might to try to keep this playing condition somewhat manageable, even though you can only really do so much in an environment like this. But after about a little over 2 hours, the Giants and the Yankees were finally able to get through 5 innings of baseball. And the timing of it was not perfect. It was around 9:45 that the Giants and the Yankees were able to complete 5 innings. It was it was at 10:04 that the game went into a rain delay. The Yankees grounds crew came out, they put the tarp on the field, and it was 30 minutes later, exactly at 10:34, that the game was called. The Giants were given the 9-1 win. So definitely the most unique game that the Giants have played so far this year, and that's definitely saying something given how opening day went with Wilmer Flores' three-run homer in the ninth, given how the home opener went, given how there was the game that finished the series in Seattle with Victor Robles diving over that short porch. It's been a lot of there's a lot of different adjectives that you can use to describe Giants baseball this year so far, and boring is most definitely not one of them.